Hi, Jace. Obviously, a lot of emphasis being put on this series for a lot of different reasons, not the least of which is that it can potentially have some impact on postseason ranking. But what's the mindset that you want your team to have coming into this series?
I think the same mindset we've had, all year. It's just going game to game, pitch to pitch, and we've just been concentrating on playing good baseball and controlling what we can control, and having good work days, having good preparation, and going out and taking that prep and work into the game while having some fun. So. This series, I know there's some hype with it, but it's just opportunity. It's because we played good baseball and put ourselves in this position. So we need to go out, keep doing the same thing we're doing, go out and enjoy it.
Will had mentioned that you got to be careful not to put too much emphasis on these types of things because you get outside of yourself and you end up not performing the way that you would have done otherwise. Is that kind of a fair assessment, do you think?
Yeah, no doubt. I think all we can stay concentrated on is today and going out playing the best baseball we can and not get wrapped up in just some noise and other things going on. So that's what we've done a good job of doing that, and I expect us to keep doing a good job of doing that going forward.
Austin Nolan made an interesting comment today. He said one of the things that impressed him most when he came into this clubhouse was that there was a sense of urgency, but there was also some fun. And that's not always a common blend in this clubhouse. Your thoughts on his description of your clubhouse?
I think that's fair. I think it's a good description. I think it's unique, from him and just hearing that perspective of coming in, and it's great to hear. And I just think our guys this is one of the, if not the best clubhouses I've seen or ever been a part of. And it's good that other players, other people recognize that as well.
The trick, I don't want to say trick, but the key to success against Kershaw tonight, you guys will be?
We got to find a way to score some runs. Obviously he's a future Hall of Famer. He's having another great year, and he provides a lot of tough just mismatches left and right, and he can execute, and so I think the key is we got to limit their runs on the other side and scrap together what we can get offensively off of Clayton, because he's one of the best out there. So it'd be nice to come out, get some runs on the board early, but we got to be prepared to battle for 9 innings.
He seems to have had a resurgence lately. Is he doing anything different that you're aware of, or is it just him being healthy and kind of getting back to who he's been over the years?
Probably a combination, but I certainly think it's probably him being healthy and him being who he is. He's does a great job of taking care of himself. I know he's had some back issues and things that have lingered in the past, but right now it seems like he's in pretty good physical condition, and he's at the top of his game, which would be a nice matchup for us for sure. Kind of see where we're at.
Thank you, Jason.
Troy Hirsch.
Hi, Jace. I know that the team has taken an even level to this series, but fans are really excited about it. Are you okay with fans being super excited about this and maybe blowing it up more than what you want your team to?
Most definitely. The only thing we're disappointed in is not being able to share that with the fans. But I can't imagine what this place in a normal year, the electricity in the stadium and just all around the city would be. I wish we could experience it over the next 3 days. But at the end of the day, we just have to continue to play good baseball, and we want to have a product out on the field the way we play to make the city proud and energetic and passionate and all those things. So that part's great, and like I said, just not being able to enjoy that electric environment together is the disappointing or sad part of it.
And then there's a report that Major League Baseball may clamp down or even prohibit any sort of celebration for playoff clinching and that sort of thing. And for the Padres team that obviously hasn't been in the postseason for a long time, and a lot of these players haven't done that. I'm wondering what your initial reaction might be to if and when that time comes for the Padres, the fact that you might not be able to celebrate like you normally do.
I haven't heard that, so I really can't comment. And I know that when we set some goals and when we reach those goals, we're going to celebrate that.
Thank you very much, Jason.
Kevin Acey.
You got a little creative with your lineup today. Can you go over some of the things that you did in order to match up with Kershaw?
Yeah, there's not a lot, to it. Obviously, we needed to get some right-handed bats, give ourselves, maybe a better chance to get some runs off of Kershaw. But I think also, coming off the 14 innings with some guys on their feet yesterday. We've got a couple guys that certainly aren't at 100%, and maybe just a little bit nicked up. So making sure that we're good, for the stretch run, and also trying to give ourselves a chance tonight against this tough Dodgers team.
As high as Will has batted, was there any reluctance to do that, or why has that not been the case before, that he hasn't batted higher than 50 this year?
Just trying to get as many righties up top, with Clayton tonight is really the thought process behind it, and that's really about it.
Profar left and putting Mateo in there. More to do with what you like about Profar in left, or do you want to get Mateo over?
Yeah. Ultimately, we didn't want to change, two positions. Just one, like the way Profar is playing left field right now, and no reason to move, two or three guys around. So instead, go with Mateo tonight at second base, and trying to give Mitch had a heavy day on his feet yesterday, and just making sure his lower half and everything's good there. So figured let's keep Profar in left. He's been playing a good left field for the last month plus, and Mateo's been working, getting ground balls, and so that was really the thought process there.
AJ Caspo.
Jayce, your defense has been good on the whole this season, but particularly up the middle, it's been really good, especially second, short, center. Can you speak to the importance of that kind of backbone of the defense, the way those guys have performed?
Yeah, I think anytime, defensively you can be strong up the middle, that's a plus, and you probably count the catching side as well for being up the middle. And Tatis's game defensively continues to improve. Jake doing a great job at all the positions he's been at and settled in at second, and the way Grisham's moving off the ball and gliding and running down balls, that's been a big help. And I feel confident in all our spots, certainly on the corners, the way we're catching the ball, and I think it's something we can continue to improve on. But Keith Werman, Bobby Dickerson, Wayne Kirby, they're doing a great job with their defensive placements, and doing a lot of work, before the game, working on securing the ball and throwing the ball, and the guys have taken it into the game. So, so far at this point of the year, happy with it, but know we can get better there too.
Where's Tommy right now in his recovery? Would you rule out a return later this series or this weekend?
No, I wouldn't rule much out. He's swinging a bat and he's having at bats. It's just going to be a matter of him getting enough strength. He's working through the pain. Some days are better than the others, but I think right now the biggest test is going to be getting the strength back up. But he's tracking, he's seeing pitches, he's having live at bats, he's doing everything. It's just going to be a matter of the strength and keeping the hand on the bat for the majority of the swings, and he'll have a good day and have a half step back and then take a step forward. So right now to us it's going to be a strength deal, and that comes and goes.
Bryce Miller.
Hey, Jace. This franchise for so long has tried to put itself in a position to challenge the Dodgers, and once you get to the point where you have the fundamentals and enough talent, enough ability offensively, and the rotation shapes up in the way that you guys have it now, where does attitude and confidence and swagger fit in? Is that a component when you get to this level, to the top, to try to win a division? How much is that a factor, or is it not really a factor?
No, it can be a factor, but I think we're a confident group. I think we have all those things you talk about. I think we have confidence. I think we have some swagger, and it's important. It's not as important as playing good baseball. It's not as important as executing what we're trying to do, whether it's at the plate defensively or on the mound. You've got to go out and do it. And the beautiful thing about this game is whether it works tonight, you'll get a shot tomorrow. The sun's coming up no matter what. And just being able to stack good days on good days is the key. And we've been able to do that so far. And we're playing good baseball right now. So we just need to keep doing that, and we'll see where we're at.
What's the trickiest part about trying to match up with the Dodgers? Are there areas, components that you look at and say, well, this is our biggest challenge?
There's no doubt. They're a good team. The way they pitch it, the way they defend, the way they hit, all areas. They're a good team this year, and they've been a good team for quite a while. But we played, like I said, 7 times yesterday. Each game's been back and forth. They could go either way, and we believe a lot in our group as well. So I don't know if it's all about. There's not going to be any tricks going on. It's going to be the players. We're going to line up and we're going to go play, and that's how the first 7 games have been. And like I said, they go back and forth. So we're going to have to execute pitches. Lamet's going to have to give us a good start. We've got to play good defense behind him. We're going to have to get guys on base, and we're going to need somebody to step up with a big hit here or there. And that I know it's not crazy, but it's as simple as that.
Thank you.
All right, we have time for just a few more questions. We'll go to Darnay.
Hey, Jason, Will. Dovetailing a bit off of Bryce's first question, you obviously have some guys in the clubhouse with experience and with a good amount of self-belief. But I just wondered, kind of from a collective level, the group as a whole, how have you seen kind of that confidence and belief in what you guys can accomplish grow, even going back to spring training to where you are now, where you've obviously proven it on the field, and now you're in a position to have the opportunity to do something?
Yeah, I don't think from within this clubhouse, I don't think many are surprised or shocked. I think this is where we thought if we were doing what we were capable of doing and playing how we were capable of playing, I think this is a position that we expected. I think it's easy to think over the last year, the last 2 or whatever, but we've got really good baseball players, and we've got guys that have played in the playoffs before and that can draw back on experiences. So we're going to compete hard. We're going to play hard. We're going to enjoy it. We put ourselves in a position. We've played winning baseball, and we're going to continue to do it. And whatever happens tonight, whatever happens this series, we're going to be the same, every day. We're not going to get too far up. We're not going to get too far down. We're going to stay, day to day and moment to moment and just keep going. We know that there'll be a point where we'll hit the pause button, we'll open our eyes, we'll take a breath, we'll enjoy it, and then we go to the next phase. And the goal is to keep doing that. The goal is we got a group that loves to play, loves each other. We want to play together as long as we can this year. It's as simple as that.
All right, we'll take one more in English, and then we'll finish with one in Spanish. Go to Jake.
Hey, Jace, this is more of a feature question, but I don't know how you are on the history of baseball, but Eric Hosmer's helmet from hitting that 4th Grand Slam got to Cooperstown in the Baseball Hall of Fame. How cool is that whenever maybe one day you get to go back there or your kids get to go back there and they get to see that helmet, that you can tell that story and you were there, and then that piece of history is in the Hall of Fame?
I think it's more cooler for Hosmer and the guys that hit it, for sure. I was talking to Hos maybe a couple weeks ago, and he said that Cooperstown asked for a couple articles, whether it was the bat or the shoes, a couple things, and it's crazy to think about, with the history of baseball and everything that's in Cooperstown, that that part of the game is going to have a little bit of a section there. So it's cool, and like I said, it's way better for those guys that actually did it. But hopefully we can continue to load the bases and create exciting moments.
All right, we'll finish up with a question in Spanish from Jorge Camacho.
¿Qué tal, Jayce? Hoy es Padres contra Dodgers, para muchos una serie emocionante. ¿Tú crees que es la serie más importante de la temporada de Padres?
Obviamente ellos tienen un buen equipo, tuvieron un buen equipo por muchos años, pero tenemos un equipo bueno también y estamos jugando bien ahora. Nuestro mensaje es tomar un día por día y vamos a ver dónde estamos en el fin de la temporada.